Antigua's Prime Minister accuses some regional governments of seeking to undermine the Citizenship by Investment program. And in sports, Sasha Gay Henry speaks out on her departure from Sunshine Girls. I'm Ricardo Roberts, and this is Caribbean in 10 for Friday, May 18th. I'll be back with the details after the break.
Next, add your frozen blueberries and your strawberries, along with your coarsely broken banana. So just blend all of that together until it's nice and smooth. Finally, add in your fresh spinach. Then drizzle the top with honey. Just add as much as you like.
70% of the Indian population don't even know where Shillong is. So away from everything. It's so diverse.
You know, we have everything here. We have culture, we have music, we have lifestyle. We have like basically anything here.
Antigua and Barbuda's Prime Minister Gaston Brown has accused some foreign diplomats in the region of seeking to undermine the Citizenship by Investment programs, CIPs, that he says are essential to the survival of the countries that have them. In fact, he called those individual mischief makers. Speaking at the opening of the third Caribbean Investment Summit, which began at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort on Thursday, Brown pulled no punches as he gave those guilty of spreading misinformation a tongue lashing. And of course, Brown did not spare opposition politicians in the region either, as he said they also contributed to the problem, and he called for an end to partisanship and for politicians on all sides to do their parts to protect these programs. Meantime, Prime Minister of the host country, Dr. Timothy Harris, has urged fellow heads of government of jurisdictions that offer CIPs and other key players within the industry to raise the standards of citizenship programs. Delivering the keynote address at the conference, he said there must be greater emphasis on harmonization.
Suffice it to say that we need to standardize our management frameworks and also consolidate best practices and lessons learned in due diligence and oversight. Anti-money laundering and countering financing of terrorism, training and capacity building of our staff, as well as the supervision of industry stakeholders, such as real estate developers and service providers. We have to ensure that we hold everyone accountable. Those who are developing must bring quality development to the fore, and they must add to the reputational profile of our countries participating in the program.
The Deputy Prime Minister of Belize, Patrick Faber, has confirmed that he was detained for about 3 hours last month while visiting the U.S. He said police thought he fitted the description of a man who was about to launch a gun attack on a school. Faber confirmed that the incident occurred on April 20 in Henry County. The principal welcomed him when he went to the school where his 2 children are studying. He said he later learned that someone called 911 claiming that he was going to shoot at the school. Now, police later apologized to him when they verified that he was not, in fact, a threat, and the school officials were expecting him. The Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, has expressed concern that firearms are being planted at murder scenes in Jamaica. INDECOM Assistant Commissioner Hamish Campbell says they have examples of a firearm being recovered at a scene which had been previously in the possession of the police at an earlier instant when it had been seized. He said that in those matters, there are witnesses who claim an alleged planting, and the weapon seems to indicate some mishandling there. Campbell told reporters that another firearm already in police custody records have been found on a crime scene during INDECOM investigations. INDECOM Commissioner Terrence Williams said there are instances where guns recorded at or in the police database are later found in the hands of gunmen. He too also raised concern about unaccounted for spent shells found in offices at police stations, saying they can be easily planted to corrupt crime scenes. Williams said these examples highlight the need for proper record keeping for weapons recovered by the police. Stay with us. Your Midday Sport is next. Sasha Gay Henry has rejected media reports she quit as Sunshine Girls head coach because of dissatisfaction with Netball Jamaica over money. Now, according to her, she said, quote, "Contrary to media reports, I wish to indicate that my decision was not based on remuneration pay for the job. There were two bases. One was related to the personal needs of my family, which I regard as a priority at this time. The other related to my increasing concerns about continuing professional weaknesses in the administration of the sport," end quote. Henry did not elaborate on what those professional weaknesses were. Henry quit the post nearly a week ago, just a month after combining with fellow coach Marvin Anderson to help to guide Jamaica to bronze at the Commonwealth Games in Gold Coast, Australia. It was then speculated that the 38-year-old had left because of displeasure from overcompensation from Netball Jamaica. The local governing body has since met to determine the way forward in light of Henry's resignation and are expected to issue a statement soon. Henry, who also won Commonwealth Games bronze as a player 4 years ago, was named to coach the side along with Anderson following the brief but ill-fated tenure of Jermaine Allison McCracken. And Holland-based defender Leroy Olias believes the CONCACAF Nations League qualifiers will help Aruba evolve into a stronger national side. The Dutch side are currently ranked 182nd in the current FIFA World Rankings, but will be looking to improve on this standing in the inaugural Nations League, which kicks off in November and will see an increased playing schedule for the Minnows. Aruba has made small steps in recent times and were good enough to reach the second round of the recent 2018 World Cup qualifying campaign. That's Caribbean in 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.